Welcome to News Hour by DLC, your one-stop destination for the latest and most impactful updates from the legal world. From landmark rulings to policy shifts shaping the justice system, DLC brings you in-depth coverage, expert insights, and analysis that matter. Stay informed, stay ahead because in law, every verdict counts. Today is 18th February 2025 and we bring you news that matters. The first news for today is as follows. The Supreme Court granted interim protection from arrest to YouTuber Ranveer Allahabadia after multiple FIRs were filed against him for allegedly obscene remarks made on his podcast. The court criticized his language as dirty and perverted, underscoring the responsibility of public figures to maintain decency. However, it stayed further FIRs, emphasizing the need to avoid misuse of legal provisions against free speech. Allahabadia was directed to cooperate with the investigation, surrender his passport, and avoid airing related content. Next news. The Supreme Court quashed a 2014 criminal defamation case against Jaideep Bose, editorial director or Times of India, and other correspondents for an article implying counterfeit artworks were auctioned. The court found procedural irregularities and a lack of evidence proving reputational harm. It emphasized the importance of media responsibility, while upholding freedom of speech under Article 19(1) or the Constitution. The court advised journalists to exercise caution before publishing content. Next news. The Guwahati High Court granted interim anticipatory bail to YouTuber Ashish Chanchlani following an FIR by Assam police over alleged obscene comments made in an episode of India's Got Latent. The court directed him to appear before the investigating officer within 10 days and scheduled a final hearing for the 7th of March. The FIR cited multiple legal provisions related to obscenity and the representation of women. Next news. The Jammu and Kashmir High Court ruled that a government employee cannot alter their date of birth in service records after 5 years of submitting credentials, except in cases of clerical errors. The court dismissed an appeal seeking a change in birth date to extend service tenure, citing civil service regulations and Supreme Court precedents. It emphasized that records accepted at the time of joining are final. Next news. The Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh High Court ruled that serious crimes like murder, rape, and corruption cannot be quashed based on settlements between offenders and victims, as they are offenses against society. The court emphasized that such compromises have no legal sanction, and that crimes of moral turpitude cannot be dismissed under Section 482 CR.P.C. even if a settlement reduces the chances of conviction. The decision underscores the need to uphold societal justice over private agreements. Next news. The Jammu and Kashmir High Court upheld compensation for a man disabled by a tear gas shell fired by police, stating that denying compensation would make criminal justice seem hollow. The court emphasized that state actions violating fundamental rights must be fully compensated and rejected appeals challenging the awarded amount. It also clarified that proper notice was served, and the petitioner failed to contest the case. Next news. The Jammu and Kashmir High Court ruled that a contract with renewal based on performance criteria is deemed renewed if the criteria are met, and it cannot be unilaterally terminated afterwards. The court upheld an arbitration award favoring the party whose contract was wrongfully terminated, emphasizing that contractual obligations must be honored. Next news. The Jammu and Kashmir High Court directed that the term divorcee should not be used against a woman's name in court petitions, warning that such filings would not be registered. The court stated that labeling a woman in this way is discriminatory and emphasized the importance of respectful language in legal documents. It instructed the Registrar Judicial to seek a circular order on this matter. The ruling was made while dismissing a review petition involving visitation rights, stressing the welfare of the child. Next news. Calcutta High Court granted bail to 3 delivery boys from Delivery Limited who were accused under the NDPS Act for transporting illicit goods. The court ruled that the accused did not have conscious possession or intent regarding the contraband, as they were merely performing their duties. Despite objections from the state regarding incriminating evidence, the court granted bail, noting the lack of flight risk in the ongoing investigation. The accused were arrested after picking up a consignment without knowing its contents. Next news. Calcutta High Court ruled that installing CCTV cameras inside a residential portion of a house without the consent of co-occupants or co-trustees violates their right to privacy. The appellant, a co-trustee, had objected to surveillance cameras installed by the respondents, which he claimed interfered with his ability to enjoy the property. The court emphasized that such actions intrude on the appellant's dignity and privacy rights, and it ordered the cessation of camera operation. Next news. The Calcutta High Court ruled that a plaint cannot be rejected simply because the court did not record satisfaction regarding the urgency of relief when bypassing pre-institution mediation under Section 12A of the Commercial Courts Act. The court noted that while mediation is mandatory, an urgent relief case can bypass this requirement. The court emphasized that even if the case for urgent relief is weak, the plaint should not be dismissed solely on this basis. Next news. Calcutta High Court ruled that a mere friendship between a husband and his office colleague cannot be deemed an illicit relationship without substantial evidence. The wife's allegations of such an affair in the absence of corroborative evidence were considered baseless and amounted to cruelty. The court granted the husband a divorce, citing the irretrievable breakdown of the marriage aggravated by frivolous criminal complaints and unfounded accusations. Next news. The Bombay High Court heard a dispute regarding a $1.4 billion import duty demand from Skoda Auto Volkswagen India, with Customs Department assuring that the company's production would not be impacted. The Customs Department stated that it had not halted any consignments since September 2024 and would continue to facilitate smooth production. Volkswagen India, however, challenged the duty demand, claiming that it had been importing parts since 2001, not as CKD units, and argued that no such notice had been issued for over a decade. Next news. The Md High Court ruled that the subdivisional officer SDO, handling an election petition, had treated the proceedings in a casual manner. The court criticized the illegibility of the SDO's handwritten orders and directed the officer to ensure proper judicial conduct. The petitioner, Sanjay Maliwal, was granted the opportunity to produce his witnesses and have them examined, with the court setting specific dates for the proceedings. The court emphasized the importance of giving both parties a fair chance to present evidence. Next news. The Indian High Court ruled that merely being in love with someone else without any physical relations does not constitute adultery for the purpose of an ING wife maintenance. The court emphasized that sexual intercourse is required to prove adultery under Section 125 of the CRPC. It upheld the family court's decision to grant interim maintenance to the wife, dismissing the husband's appeal. The court further clarified that an able bodied person cannot claim insufficient income as a reason to avoid maintenance. Next news. The Bombay High Court emphasized that police officers must provide immediate assistance to special court receivers, as they are agents of the court executing ex parte orders. This came after Hindustan Unilever Limited. Additional special receiver reported lack of police support while executing an injunction against counterfeit goods. The court directed police authorities to ensure proper assistance, stating that police cannot demand fees for aiding court orders. The failure to support the receiver had allowed the defendants to remove counterfeit items, undermining the purpose of the court's injunction. And the final news for today is as follows. The Bombay High Court directed the Maharashtra government to consider enabling citizens to upload their mother's caste documents on the Apal Sarkar portal for caste certification in exceptional circumstances. This came after a petition by Swanubhuti Jain seeking a caste certificate based on her mother's OBC status. However, the court dismissed her petition, noting that the father and mother lived together and the petitioner had already benefited from her father's open caste status. Thanks for listening and consider subscribing to the channel. Well, that's all for today. Keep listening to Legal News by DLC.